we're talking about people who a job has made such an enormous impact on their life. They're treated differently at work. You know, you're treated as you should be at work. You're getting paid for doing a job, and you have the same responsibilities as everybody else. That might not be true for other parts of their life. So to have that taken away is huge.
I work for Starbucks in New York. I started working for Starbucks last August. I do a little bit of everything in there. I do maintenance. I do. I greet the customers.
What happened at your job when the COVID-19 pandemic started?
They just shut down the whole thing. The whole world shut down. You stuck at home doing nothing.
You know, it was uncertain time for everybody, but we're talking about people who, you know, have this is a job has made such an enormous impact on their life.
When she had something to get up for, she was up by 6:30, 6 out of 7 days during the week, and gone from this house Monday through Friday until at least 3 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then all of a sudden, not to have that, you know, you can just think how you would be if all of a sudden you had nowhere to go and nothing to do and nobody who cared if you were there or not.
The CVS job, she took a leave of absence just because we didn't think being in a drugstore during a pandemic was the best place for her. So she was out for 3 months. And then with McAllister's, we decided for her not to work, but probably they would have decided for her not to work just because as time went on, they didn't have, you know, they were closed and they were only open for takeout, and there wouldn't have been much for her to do. And then as far as next move goes, they were doing the internships when the pandemic hit, and she helped with that. But then in the middle of March, they were forced to shut that down completely.
We really have taken this time to launch different aspects of that organization that we had always wanted to do. So we had always wanted to do a monthly cookie club subscription, and we had always wanted to do online sales and shipping.
And on Fridays, he goes to Hatch to bake. And then Saturdays, you know, not every Saturday, but some Saturdays they do the pop-up cookie camper.
We bake different recipes for cookies that we want to sell. And then we sell them at the new camper.
We make unicorn cookies. We make the oatmeal cream pies. Sometimes we make this like different flavor cookies. Like we made a s'mores cookie.
We do I do some notes, and I do some signing my stickers, and we are getting ready for today was our first clap up for our cookie camper.
The opportunities are narrower, so then when the opportunities are taken away, then it's a little bit more impactful because you don't have the things to substitute that somebody else might have.
Hi, thank you for ordering Shack.
I'm actually shocked that I'm back to work.
Call me again, okay? Elliot, okay, give me 1 minute, okay?
It was hard for me because I used to work 4 days a week at Shake Shack. I used to work from 12 in the afternoon to 5 at night. And now I'm only there 2 days a week.
When people did return to work, we've attended special trainings that people have had. Managers have been fantastic because they've spoken to the job coach one-on-one to say, this is what we're going to be covering. These are the rules now for the reopening. So not only will they run through that with the entire staff, but the job coach can also reinforce it.
The first day I went back to work, I had a training, like a training I had to do about, the safety wise, like what do you have to do? How do you what are the precautions for safety? Where we were talking about wearing a mask all the time. We have to wear, every time I'm there, we have to wear gloves, and all the time there, we have to change. We have a hand sanitizer, we have to wash our hands and change gloves all the time.
One thing that we did do back in March, April timeframe, when there was a whole PPE shortage, we diverted a lot of our resources to make masks for those who are on the front lines, like law enforcement officers, nurses, doctors, truck drivers. I mean, we had tons of inquiries for that. She lacked oxygen at birth, so she was soon diagnosed with cerebral palsy. So she has some physical disabilities and then also some intellectual disabilities, right now? Yeah, so it's a little bit hard for her to walk and navigate. She has some balance issues, things like that. My junior year of high school, which was also sort of Emily's junior year of high school, we we're tossing around ideas like, oh, we're going to graduate next year. I'm going to go off to college. What can Emily do? She wasn't so much loving the places where they were putting her to work. So we tried to think about something special that Emily loved to do, and something that she's been doing her entire life through occupational therapy is stringing beads onto string, to help develop her fine motor skills.
Yes, I do.
Tell her why you like making the bracelets for everybody.
Maybe happy, maybe everybody.
It makes you happy to sell them to everybody? What else?
Maybe them smile.
Yep, they make them smile. She likes seeing other people smile wearing her bracelets.
Michelle, if I had to choose anybody to be outside, on the front line, making sure our guests feel good from the front door, then it would be her.
I'm just very excited to be back to work, and I'm really happy.
I was kind of happy to go back to see my coworkers again. I just want the world to go back to normal a little bit.
All of them are good size.